Hi everyone, welcome to the unit once again, and please be sure to check out my welcome videos if you haven't already done so. The purpose of this video is not to cover unit content. That's what my study notes and my blog posts and pretty soon your own blog posts will be for. I'm also not going to talk about the formal assessment until week 3. Focusing on assignments too much and too early more often detracts from student engagement, interactions and learning than it enhances it, so no assignment questions at this stage please. Consider the first 2 weeks of this unit your chance to get set up, get active, and build the online student community that will be a crucial part of how this unit runs. Of course, that doesn't mean that you can't start blogging or engaging in various forms of creative media making if you want to. If you're keen, go for it. Students who have not done a unit with me in the past, and even those who have and feel they might need a refresher, are strongly encouraged to look at this blog post and at least the first Prezi with the embedded videos there. They provide a lot of very useful advice for getting online, getting active, and giving things a go. I do give as many tips and hints as I can, but as these videos stress, you learn by doing. The substantial videos and podcasts I put together like this one will more often focus on broader subjects regarding the way in which the unit will run. I will complement these kinds of resources with other media such as 30-second Twitter videos or video broadcasts via Periscope, which used to be only available for 24 hours, but has recently provided a permanent option, which is awesome. For example, I'll do a Periscope broadcast at some stage early in the trimester about how to use Twitter effectively as a learning tool, and I'll do lots of those kinds of things as we move on. I'll also be open to suggestions from students if there are areas that you'd like me to cover in particular, but bear in mind that it's not the role of teaching staff to teach you how to do things. There are countless ways of doing many things anyway. And another thing that I wanted to do here is paraphrase a really crucial section of the unit guide, which you may have skimmed over because it's admittedly a very boring document. The unit will grow with, through, and because of you. There is no prescribed textbook. I won't even be providing readings on a weekly basis, although I'll be tweeting out some pretty useful resources for those who are interested. You will learn by exploring, interacting, researching, reading, experimenting, collaborating, making, and doing. Both on and off campus students will have access to a wide variety of content that I put together across a number of online platforms, such as Twitter posts, Vines, blogs, Periscope broadcasts, YouTube videos, SoundCloud podcasts, and more. But the unit is not primarily based on what I offer you. It's all about what you offer each other. The approach, design, and philosophy of this unit positions students as providers of resources, creators of unit content, and facilitators of learning just as much as the teaching staff are. This is a more transparent way of revealing what happens or should happen in any kind of unit. Learning lives and breathes when students enable it to. It's not something that teachers can just make happen. Teaching staff will be deeply engaged in the learning process throughout the trimester, but this unit relies on a simple truth that you must always keep in mind to really succeed. The more you put into the unit, the more you will get out of it. And in doing so, you will help your fellow students and the unit as a whole be successful too. If this doesn't sound like the kind of thing that appeals to you, then this unit might not be the right choice for you. But if you're keen to try something different and committed to giving things a go, I think you'll enjoy what you're in for. I could go on and on about this approach, but I think it's much better to let some former students speak to their own experiences of being active online and making media. Can you tell us a little bit about your broader experiences in this unit?
Okay, so when I started this unit, I had a Twitter account but never used it because I did it for another unit. I had a LinkedIn account but never used it, and then I didn't have any other account. So with this unit, I managed to open up a whole different type of profiles from About Me to a WordPress. The first WordPress blog I did was the scariest thing I've ever done, one off. But now I just do them for fun because I actually enjoy writing blogs, and I never thought I would do that by the end of this unit. My Twitter, Twitter is just, it's another fun thing that I've just kind of gotten into the habit of posting. I don't even think about having to post for this unit anymore. I just do it because it's fun, and I don't even post related to this unit. So yeah, but it's grown so much, and I didn't realize how much it would actually grow in 12 weeks.
So the content of this unit isn't as crucial as what you've actually been doing, the digital competencies you've been developing, the online interactions with students, is it?
No, because just a lot of the unit kind of runs on its own. The content is just kind of there just to really start the learning, but really a lot of learning particularly has just happened through Twitter and all that stuff. You know, there's been stuff that people have shared, or even in seminars that people have just talked about that I've kind of actually learned from that. And sometimes it isn't even stuff that is related to the unit, it's just real world things that you can actually learn from other people.
I really actually was a bit skeptical when I started this unit because even though I have so many like social media platforms, I don't really use them. And it kind of scared me a bit to actually have to put myself online and tweet and stuff. But honestly, it got so much easier, and I'm so happy I actually did it. And yeah, it taught me a lot. And yeah, it got me out of my shell a little bit more, blogging and stuff. People have been telling me for years to blog. And I'm really happy that this unit actually made me do it because I really think I will continue it.
Can you please tell us a little bit about your broader experiences in the unit?
Sure, so with me and digital marketing and digital media in general, I had straight away, I was relatively active on it for a while, and then before I came into this unit I'd been not as active for a few years because it was just like nature shots and didn't think people wanted to engage. And so even though I work in it and I study it, for me it was a real kick to be able to inspire me to go back into digital and social media and get involved and learn the intricacies of digital media, which I've really, really enjoyed.
So the Media Studies 2.0 approach of making and doing, do you feel that that's really benefited you?
Yeah, because you're kind of like teaching yourself more than having someone else tell you what to do. And like as you said, like at the beginning you told us you're not going to teach us how to use Twitter and stuff. And I think that was a really good thing because when you figure it out for yourself, you're more likely to like use it properly, like if that makes sense, or like, yeah.
Great. And you probably get that sense of achievement in doing that
yeah,
as well.
Exactly. Like when I first made my video, like I was like, oh my god, I can do that.
And in terms of your interactions with people on Twitter, how have you found the networking that you've done in this unit?
Far better than anything I've done before. I've done lots of different units previously that have, created a hashtag for the subject, and it hasn't really worked, and I've been really lucky that this unit and the people involved have been active, so and checking the hashtag frequently. So to be engaged and then to create a digital network from it has allowed for me to engage with the fellow students and as well with topics that they're interested in or aspects that I might not have thought about, or and different ways of approaching different topics. So I found it really, really interesting of having this global network.
Great. If you could give any advice to future students doing this unit, what would it be?
My advice would be to start early, to get involved early. And I know from like week one you think that there's a lot of time, but it goes past really quickly, and the quicker you get involved and the quicker you get into a habit, the easier it will be to engage moving forward.
The last point I wanted to make here is that there is something very special about being able to operate in the real world of social media in a teaching and learning context. You can make an actual contribution to discussions and debates in the public sphere. You can build a strategic online persona and portfolio that can only benefit you in the years ahead. And you can be noticed by and connect with people all over the world. Just to take one small example, while I've been doing this kind of thing for years, even I got a little bit excited when I spent 5 seconds sending out this tweet while I was watching the documentary Ai Weiwei Never Sorry on TV recently, and I had the controversial Chinese artist himself retweet it and follow me. Even when it's something as small as a tweet, although such things can be quite significant, as Donald Trump has recently shown us, having the potential to do this is something that can't be taken lightly. And you have that potential too, as I've seen countless times over the years when active students engage with the world and see it engage straight back. The final question I asked students on Twitter at the end of the last unit I taught was, can you now be engaged with the world and not be engaged online? Sure, the question was rhetorical, but I didn't have anyone argue against me. I think that question is worth starting the unit with here too. Good luck, and I look forward to chatting online.